Okay, welcome, Curvis. How are you feeling?
Hey guys.
Hello. Congrats on finishing the event with the 304.24.
Thank you. I am really sad about that run.
Yeah.
Okay, so normally I don't buy full heals because, you know, if I'm going for a PB, if I like get put to sleep or whatever in Victory Road, like a lot of times it's just gonna kill the run anyways. It's like I normally don't buy full heals at all. This run I bought one because I was like, okay, I have one awakening left. I have like a couple antidotes left. I'll just buy one full heal just in case I get put to sleep twice because the Hypno and the Jinx can both do it. And the Hypno put me to sleep twice. And then I had nothing to heal the freeze, which is
So
just
did you know about
lucky.
Scald?
Did you know about Scald? Yeah.
Did I know about Scald? Are you about to tell me? Is this going to be another like teaching lesson for me because I don't actually know how to play Pokemon?
Using Scald breaks or heal stage.
No
Yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
newer.
funny.
It's a newer thing, and I think they added it in Gen 6 or 7.
I mean, is Scald? How old of
Gen
a move
6.
is Scald?
No, Scald always, upon execution, Scald will thaw the user if frozen, even if the move fails to hit the target.
Oh, okay. So does it like
Yeah.
unfreezes you, but it doesn't do damage that turn?
Yeah.
No, it does both.
No, it does both.
Does both? Oh my god, that would have saved my run. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't
You
know
could have
that.
just scolded by 2.
So the thing, for people who don't know me, the thing you gotta know about me is I don't actually know that much about Pokemon. Like, I've never like played competitive or anything. Before I
He
started
loves Gen
speedrunning
1.
Let's Go, I didn't even know stuff like being burned halves your attack.
I feel you on
which
that
is
one.
Just like
I
really
don't
A
know
lot
the
of
type
people
of-
don't know that, actually.
I don't know the type
Really?
chart.
I don't know
I
how to
mean,
play
like-
this game either.
Anytime
I-
I get into a fight where it's not on the notes and I have to know super effectives, I'm like, rock and ground are the same, right?
Yeah, I
Water?
don't know like the whole matchup chart, but I know
Yeah.
I know all
I know a
of it that's
bunch
like
of 'em.
relevant to what I do. And I've learned more from like routing alt mains and stuff. But yeah, like I have speedrun Pokemon Red before this, but that was really just like reading the notes and not
Yeah.
processing why you do any of what you do. But it wasn't until I started speedrunning this game that I really started to learn a lot of the intricacies, I guess, of Pokemon. And there's still a lot I don't know, because obviously.
Okay,
But that's-
Headstrong.
that's-
I
Got
think
a
I only
That's
bold
why.
Eevee.
Setting exactly on at the buzzer.
I think
Getting
I
it
only
in.
knew the Scald thing because it came up when I was watching someone. It's such a like esoteric thing that this move does.
Yeah,
Okay, so
like now that you say that, I feel like I might have like known that at one point, but I don't know that I was never gonna remember that in that moment.
That's the thing we're saying too. It's like when you're in a run, it's so
Yeah.
easy to be like, "Oh right, I could have done that
Mhm.
after the fact."
I mean, I'll remember it now, but
Yeah, no, you'll never forget
the
again.
chances of that coming up in a situation where it will actually save the run again is like
It's funny-
so astronomically low. But maybe it'll happen.
Because your chances of getting frozen in this game, the one game where we teach Scald, I feel like it's extraordinarily rare. It'd be so
mean, that's-
nice in some other games, including in Diploma. If we could teach Zapdos Scald, that would make me feel a little bit better about things.
Yeah, I think that's the only spot that you can get frozen in this game.
But
at least in
it real
90%.
sucks when... Yeah, I think so too. Assuming you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
yeah, we are past the cutoff, so everyone is on their final runs right now.
Josh was just getting trolled by
Final
Oddish.
run.
I don't know if Headstrong and Etchy will just take whatever, or if they'll just stop.
I think Headstrong has to take whatever at this point, and I think Etchy... I could see it. I think
the
I
Etchy
think
whole
you can do
CI
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe Etchy will just do a run for the fans.
You can do a ditch bill.
It's like 6
Oh,
p.m.
yeah,
for
Etchy.
Etchy, so it's not. So it's not like Etchy like
Yeah, no. You can do whatever.
needs
It's
to
8
go
p.m. for
anywhere.
Etchy, but yeah.
You could just
Josh
ruin all
had
my
to
jokes tonight.
reset. Josh had to reset the Route 2 once for Oddish at least?
3 times.
3 times? Oh, I saw 1.
Yeah.
Oh, so Josh's pace is already bad.
Yeah.
If he had the time, it would have been a reset.
Definitely.
Yeah, but you know what?
What do we think of Etiquette's pace?
It is 1. I don't know.
Ugh.
He's in the middle of hideout. What do you want from me? That's so much. That's such advanced math that I'm not large brain enough for.
Well, I was talking to Aspect, but I don't know if Etiquette has like a lift key. Lift key.
Etiquette, it feels like Etiquette's on decent pace.
Yeah, it was a decent pace. It was 30 seconds behind at right at exiting tunnel.
So, can we talk about all of the rare spawns I saw this weekend? Because it was way too many.
I saw a bunch.
You're
of
doing
things.
AOP though.
I think
You
I
should've started-
saw 4 Kangas, 3 or 4 Clefables, 2 Bulbasaurs, a Porygon.
Yeah, that point.
What are
No
the other rare
Joker's curse
spawns?
though.
A bunch of Chanseys. That's kind of normal though.
Yeah.
What else is there? I didn't see any Squirtles. I saw a couple Charmanders. Or at least
There's been a
one.
bunch of rare chars. Yeah. Like I've seen.
There's been a
She's
bunch
not
of rare
checking.
spawns like throughout this.
Yeah. It's the
Out of all the
Pokemon
rare
know that they're on.
spawns, Chansey and Charmander are the most common, just because Chansey's everywhere and Charmander's in Rock Tunnel, which you are in for quite a long time.
Also, like it's so easy to be like, oh, that's a Charmander sound. It's such
Yeah.
a like recognizable noise.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm disappointed by the general anti-Charmander stances I've been hearing this weekend.
Okay.
See, I'm pro Charmander. You heard me. You heard me.
I feel like
I'm
you
pro
have to go
Charmander.
for Charmander. You have to do it.
I'm
It's
pro
so good.
Charmander if you need it. But when
You
Headstrong
always
went
need
for a
it.
Charmander when she had 40 catches already, I was like, I don't
Nope,
know about
I
that
would,
one.
I would do that. I would still do that.
Because I do
100%.
think that if you skip a Charmander, when Charmander has chosen to bless your run, you are killing the run because you have cursed it. But I also believe that by catching a Charmander, you have cursed your run because you won't catch it. So you cannot win.
My philosophy is anytime you can come out of Rock Tunnel only needing your Starmie, Ponyta, Doduo catches, that's a good run.
Yeah.
And you should
Oh,
be
and
trying
she
to get
skipped
to
Rock
that
Tunnel.
situation by any means possible.
Etchy
Even if it
skip
takes
Rock
you a
Tunnel
minute
Char.
to catch Charmander.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And she got lucky. Wasn't good.
That's my entire like life mantra, so I agree.
We're
How
about
that
to
worked out
see-
for me in terms of speedrunning, but you know what? I'll
We're
get
about
there.
to see Headstrong's last Eevee. Or did we already see it? We already saw it.
We
Yeah,
would have
might
already
be. Sorry, I think
seen
she
it.
might be going to like the train.
I know Etchy didn't check
Ah.
his nature.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
not
There's
really
no
any
reason
point
to
to
at this
checking.
point. You just gotta
Yeah.
go
No,
for
there's
it.
not.
You can figure it out through
They'll know
context
soon
anyway.
enough.
So the question is, do these Eevee runners know how to do it?
I'm sure
Yes.
they do.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm kidding.
So, Curvis, how do you feel like both days of the event? Like, feel better on
Um,
day 1 or day 2, or?
Okay, it was kind of a roller coaster. So, after I finished my first run, my only run actually that I finished, it was like halfway through day 1, and when I finished the run, I had the best time. So I was like, okay, that's like a really good start. Like, I'm happy with that. And then, like, obviously I knew that time was going to get beaten, and it did like an hour later. But, I felt pretty good all of day 1, honestly. And then, like, early today, I was getting pretty frustrated, like, 4 or 5 hours in when I hadn't gotten even to Rock Tunnel, let alone out of Rock Tunnel. I was getting a little mad, so well, actually, the last, like, I was starting to get mad, and then the last run I did finally made it out of Rock Tunnel, and that was, like, the first run today that went kind of far. But after I went to go eat after that, and I came back, and I was, like, chilling. I was like, fine. But this game was not nice to me this weekend, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
I think I only got 2 runs, like, past Rock Tunnel yesterday and only got 2 today, which is not great.
Yeah.
I might have had 3 yesterday. Yesterday was okay, but yeah, the game wasn't too nice to me, but I had fun overall. Probably some of the most fun I've had with this game, which is saying a lot.
I mean, you've run this game a couple times, I would say.
Handful.
A little bit. So
Just like
That's-
this was like up there with the wave of diploma runs when everybody was doing diploma.
oh, I missed.
Those are like the
Hey,
two eras of Let's Go that I've had the most fun with, I think.
So I mean, when you're at an event, you got to announce the next event, right? So Jordan, diploma. Barrier Blitz.
That sounds
Everyone-
That actually sounds like a horrible idea. Everyone
Yeah.
would walk away from that
Yeah,
so
terrible.
angry.
Oh,
Oh my god.
it would be bad.
It would
Everyone
be
picks
chaos.
everyone picks a teammate. You have the same teammate the entire weekend.
Yeah,
Joker
yeah, but
has-
it would be
Joker has to set up a 16 screen layout.
Joker.
Oh.
Shut up!
Joker.
I
Joker.
Oh my god!
Joker.
Joker.
Let's not get
Calm
distracted
down.
by my
It's late.
inability to say words.
It's late.
And yeah, I'm tired.
Uh-huh.
No, it's early
Jordan-
at this point.
Jordan, you got to
True.
agree with me on that one. It's late. I'm tired.
No, it's
aren't
early
you?
now. It is early now.
No, but no, diploma would be awful
Yeah, that's terrible.
because
We're
If
not
you-
doing that.
you just get to pincer and then you reset. And then
That's what this game is
like
with
that.
Rock Tunnel. It's the same thing.
Pincer's like 2 hours later.
No, it's
Yeah.
very different. Very, very different.
Very
It's the
different. No.
But I mean, honestly, like with the
You
way
get-
that people consistently get like times in that like 5 hour to 5 hour 10-15 minute range, like it would be reasonably competitive, I think. But
Well,
It'd be
much.
fun
Easily
for, like,
competitive.
The first couple hours.
yeah,
it'd be reasonably competitive, and then you have the one pair that busts out the 450 whatever, and then they're done.
because here's the thing that you're not thinking about. Nobody has ever grinded diploma in that way. People have done, they say, hey, let's do a diploma run this day, and they do it, and they just
I
do
know.
a run. Nobody
if we
has
do it-
ever sat down with a partner and grinded for 8 to 10 hours just doing.
Well, that's
diploma
because
runs.
when I grinded with Retroid, he could only do one run.
Yeah,
So, but the
and
thing
like,
is, like
since
that,
nobody's
and then
done that, we don't realize how unfun that would be. I
that's
think it
the
would be
point. And then
terrible.
no one will ever run Diploma again. We'll have killed the category, and we'll be like, "Wow, we've made a horrible mistake. Why did we do
Listen,
this?"
I'm already
always-
over diploma.
I also don't. I did that diploma with Aspect, and I thought I'd want to do it with a couple other people, and then was doing the run with Aspect. I'm like, I don't want to do this for
we
a
should-
while.
Diploma
have
is
it.
all
I-
about getting a sub 5 and then never touching it again.
Yeah,
that's the
Diploma-
name of the game.
I still need
No.
mine.
It's all about Diploma's all about getting a 501, and then being in 4th place for the last 9 months and being like, man, I wish I could get sub 5, but it'll never happen. Also,
Let's
I
do
really
it.
stopped
Let's
playing
do
on
it.
physical, huh?
Also, I don't.
15, 14,
I-
15, 16.
Etiquette's getting the Ultra Balls.
I think Headstrong has a runnable Eevee. It's minus
Okay.
special defense.
That's pretty good, right?
It was either, I think it was plus speed. It was 15, 15, 14, 15, 16.
I'll
Yeah,
take
it
this.
was minus special defense plus speed.
I was really happy that Saiyan was able to finish that run earlier, because
Yeah.
That
like
is.
we
Sorry.
knew he'd be on pretty limited time. He said that from the beginning, so I felt kind of bad that he wasn't able to finish one yesterday. So I'm glad he not only finished one, but finished a pretty good one.
a really good run, yeah.
It's unfortunate his Starmie was like what it was.
It's so
Look,
terrible.
you know what?
5 times.
It was
You know what?
So
You
high
Sometimes you get a bad star, sometimes you get a good star, and life's just about what you make out of the stars that it gives you.
Listen, honestly,
Uh,
it,
you can
it
write
is
that.
because I've seen some really bad Starmies basically not lose any time, and I've seen stuff like that Starmie I had. That was a really good Starmie. It was like 142 special attack in Victory Road, and it just got frozen and put to sleep
Mhm.
and died. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I skipped the full restore, and I got the Power of Love on Agatha just to get crit on Lance, of all things.
Did not notice that. No.
Yeah.
I figured like when you were just hydro pumping the Jinx, I figured you just wanted to finish the run and not reset.
Yeah, I was really considering resetting there and trying one more time, but I just not like my hands don't hurt, but they're just like tired, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a
Oh, it's
long
fair.
weekend.
I mean,
and-
yeah,
You,
doing anything for 24 hours is exhausting, and doing the same Pokemon math for 24 hours is extremely exhausting. So that's very fair.
And I've
Yeah.
I've been so busy like leading up to this that I was like already kind of tired coming in. So I'm honestly just happy that I made it like the full 12 hours both days without keeling over. Yeah, I had a lot of fun though. It was tiring but fun. I would definitely do something like this again sometime.
When
I think that
Well, good
this-
news when Jordan announces what the next one is.
I think that this is like the format for competitive speedrunning to me.
Yeah, I think so too.
Tournaments are okay, like head-to-head tournaments, they're okay, but I don't think they quite have it. They don't quite capture the same thing that just like grinding attempts does. But this does. This is so
As
good.
someone who's done a lot of tournament
Yeah,
commentary,
good dodge etiquette.
tournaments
Yeah, I
can
saw
work
that.
for shorter games.
Yeah.
'Cause I think like there's a value to like you have to just finish your run no matter how bad it is.
Yeah, I mean
And, like
tournaments
tournament nerves and consistency, but you also get to the point where by the end of a tournament, depending on how many people get into it, it's like, wow, I sure have seen any percent 900 times.
and it's like I don't know how to describe this really, but it just gets so boring after you've seen so many races of the same thing. And for some reason, like watching this doesn't feel boring. I think because everybody winds up being at like different parts of the run at the same
Mhm.
time. It's like you have so much to look at. There's so many interesting things going on. Also, when you're talking about a race, it's typically just head-to-head 2 people. I
Mhm.
think just having, anywhere from 4 to 8 people at a time that we've had this weekend, there's always something interesting going on. So
And the format works, I think, really well when you have like a game that will die. Like so many runs will just die at some point, like this one, when you're going for a top time.
Yeah.
Because, like, well, you know what? 2 people's runs died, but we have 6 more runs to watch, so it's all good. It's like when you're watching, when you have the sports thing pulled up, we have like 6 different games to watch at all at
Yeah.
once. And if one's
it's
boring,
it's like watching March Madness, dude. You just have like
Yeah.
all of the games on at the same time.
Well, this
and
one
what
sucks,
Jim
but I
said
have
is
4
true
more.
too. If a race is a blowout, that's just automatically a snooze fest.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, there's no risk of that.
So I'm
This,
really excited to see when
author-
when all the top Kala runners come together next weekend.
Can't be next
Oh, no.
weekend, May.
Oh,
Hey,
2
we
weekends
would
from
love-
now. 2
We're
weekends from now.
busy.
2 weekends from now.
We
No
can't.
one's
Not
allowed to
next
stream.
weekend.
No one's allowed to stream next weekend.
Oh,
Um,
do you know the
but-
other bad thing about speedrun tournaments? People are really bad at organizing them, and they take way too long.
yeah.
Yeah,
Every tournament I've participated in or watched or seen, it takes like 2 months. That's
Yeah.
too long.
well, it's
Like
hard
people
because-
lose interest.
Yeah, it's hard just because you have to
It's
just
a
get all that
scheduling
stuff
problem.
scheduled. It's a scheduling thing.
Yeah.
Like the hat tournament when we did that took about 2 months, and I thought the hat tournament was really good. And we did like the people who organized did a fantastic job with it. But it's still like when you're watching the same any percent run for 2 months.
Yeah.
Week
It's,
after
it's
week.
no
you-
it's no fault of the organizers really. I
Yeah.
shouldn't say like they're bad at organizing.
no,
It's
but
just-
yeah, yeah. It's just
Um,
it's you
it's-
can't
it's
you
just
can't watch
built
the same
in.
thing. You can't watch the
Yeah.
same thing for 2 months on end of anything and not start to lose a little bit of interest unless it's Fire Red Leaf Green Elite 4 round 2.
But yeah, something like
Um,
this where you just have to schedule a weekend for a bunch of people, like that's easy.
I can confirm this was not easy.
Yeah, let's not say.
Yeah, let's not
It
say it's easy.
It is.
All
this
of the
is-
organization behind the scenes is not easy, but just getting people to
scheduling.
agree on like like
one
it's
weekend.
easier than
Yes.
like.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
having
no,
to
none of
find
this was
comment-
easy, and I definitely appreciate you for organizing it all, especially with like getting all the tech stuff and the layout set up.
I'm just gonna
That's-
drag T-Pat in
it's a
here.
lot.
T-Pat, you're in the
Yeah.
chat now.
Do you remember when, just like a bit behind the scenes, do you remember when we suggested potentially doing this in like May? Like this would not have worked in May.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, that you need time.
I
for
can't
sure.
commentate the whole time, so what would we do?
God damn it.
I just
I
want to
don't
say,
know if anyone
Etiquette is,
noticed in the runs. Etiquette saw 3 Haunters in tower.
Etiquette
I
is
saw
also
one.
Etiquette's tied with his world record right now.
Also blessed.
He's on really good pace.
That's the power of 3 Haunters.
Etchi has a rash nature as well,
Just-
so that's solid.
This is a
Well,
500 run.
Wait. The Etiquette's catch count seems low though. 30?
It is low.
30 is fine. That's like
his
on the
PB had-
lower end of normal, I think.
His PB had 38.
Anywhere from like
Yeah,
30 to 35
so I was
is
lurking
pretty
in
normal
Etiquette's
here.
chat. No, I was lurking in Etiquette's chat, and by the way, hello everybody, T-Pat back.
Hello.
He said that like 10 minutes ago he was 6 pokes behind, but 3 minutes and change ahead of his pace. So that does even out to his PB/world record pace. But obviously, like being that far behind in catches is a little scary. But he said it wasn't too bad.
Just looking at his tracker, he's still got Rattata planned. He's got.
By the way, he is
Psyduck,
very.
Tentacle,
he is-
Tentacle, Coughing, and then Starmie, I think, are the last.
Yeah,
You-
he is
speaking-
extremely tempted to catch that Pidgeotto that's on Route 16.
I
Yeah,
would.
you do have to consider that, like, when you are like, oh, I'm 6 catches behind, but I'm 3 minutes and change, a little bit up. I think you have to consider that you're probably going to lose that change just because of the harder catches. But it's not like you're on a bad pace by any means, because you're still a world record pace.
And even if it's still end up being that great in terms of like being ahead
Oh,
of the world
Pidgey.
record, his position's 4.
Yep, he's going for
And
he's
it's like
going for the
3 or
Route
4.
16.
Wait, why do you not catch the Pidgey there?
Already
He
has
already
it.
has a Pidgey.
He already has
Pidgey.
Pidgey,
Oh, already-
so
he
the
already has
Pidgeotto
Pidgey.
is going to give him his 2 catches.
No, yeah. No, if he already has Pidgey, that makes sense. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I think it can
Honestly, I
definitely
think
push
this is
it
a
to the
I think this is a really good idea because I mean you're still not guaranteed to get that Pidgeotto on the next route, and if he's that far
Oh, yeah.
behind and
Oh,
it's
yeah,
there
no,
on the screen, go
100%.
for it.
100%.
Oh,
The bush loses like 5 seconds, but you make up for it in getting 2 guaranteed catches. So
that reminds me, on that last run I did, I never got a Pidgey the whole run.
You-
I saw some on Route 6, but I didn't catch it because I didn't really need it at that point. But I didn't see any Pidgeys on Pokemon Road, and I didn't see any on the grass below Pallet Town. So I just didn't wind up getting any Pidgeys in that run.
okay, at this point, sorry.
No, go ahead.
At this point, I am 20 minutes over when I was supposed to sign off, and I do have to
Thank
do
you,
stuff.
mate.
So thank you for having me on this wonderful event. I'm really excited for when we do the Oras Barrier Blitz.
Speak for yourself.
So T-Pat and I can lend our expertise to that one, and I could just truly experience the same misery that Headstrong's probably experiencing right now. So, no, but this has been a really great event. Huge shout outs to Jordan and a Joker for putting this together. Shout outs to all the commentators. Everyone was a delight this weekend and did a wonderful job. Shout outs to all the runners who played this stupid game for 24 hours, which is crazy. That's so much Let's Go.
It's not enough.
And shout outs to all the viewers at home, because Barrier Blitz is made possible by viewers like you.
Oh
I
my
almost
god.
thought I almost thought Etiquette was going to go for that Chansey, by the way.
Please,
Yeah,
man.
There's no way.
I think I have one more. I thought I had one more person. Oh, thanks to Retroid for helping with the layouts. The layouts are
Yes.
really good.
Retroid.
Retro did a fantastic job.
Metroid 99, everyone. Does Jordan
Go
have a command?
follow. Go follow.
I didn't set up any of these ones.
Go follow world famous Final Mix randomizer speedrunner Retroid 99 on Twitch. Go follow Kerbis54 on Twitch,
And
and
the
all
other
the rest,
runners.
all the rest of the runners as well.
Someone can
Go follow every
command.
single commentator that you've heard this weekend.
Except
on
me.
Twitch, including Joker Sleeps.
Including Joker Sleeps.
Go follow
Mistake.
Jordan97, who is included in the commentator, but also planned this event on Twitch. Follow Pokemon Speedruns TV if you're not following already. Ring that heart. It's not a bell. Bells for notifications. And
Ring the bell too. Why not?
yeah, you can ring the bell if you want
Okay.
notifications. And good luck to our remaining runners, and good luck to our remaining commentators, because you're going to be here for 3 hours, and I'm going to go to a bar.
Yeah, good for you.
Have fun.
You have fun.
Take care,
with that.
everyone.
Thanks, May.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 I guess this is where I officially get the baton pass from May.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
No
Josh,
intelligence
This is
screen.
this
Yeah.
yeah. This has been a really exciting event, especially into. Unfortunately for Jordan, into the stoppage time, we knew this was going to happen. That
Yeah,
everybody
we
was
knew
going to
this.
get their, everybody was going to try to get that last reset in before the timer went off. And sure enough, both Headstrong and Etchy took advantage of that. Jayash and Jim Freak are still in the early game. They're both around Nugget Bridge and in Misty's gym. But Etiquette is missing a very important piece in Route 17 right now. And it's the pony, and if he can't get this pony, he's gonna be really frustrated, because for each spawn that isn't the pony, well, he's just gonna lose time, because that's time he could have been going faster down Pokemon Road. Psyduck is a good addition though here. It should be an easy catch. However, I say should because somebody had an excellent breakout with an Ultra Ball earlier as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Psyduck is usually the easiest thing that you can catch here. Like Ponyta and Doduo and Pidgeotto and some of the others can tend to break out even if you get an excellent throw. But Psyduck, you don't see it too often. Like I don't know that it's ever happened to me, honestly. An excellent throw, Psyduck break.
I
Also-
sometimes
Good.
feel that
This is
if
good.
I'm running low on Ultra Balls and Psyduck's the first thing on the route, I'll still use the Great Ball for that Psyduck catch, because it is just it's just more manageable to do it that way. Thankfully
Yeah.
for Etiquette, he did get the Ponyta on the screen finally before he was able to leave. So it looks like his catch count is going to be all right at the end of this route.
Well, there's still
He would have
some-
been really kicking
some stuff.
himself when because he saw a Rapidash at the start. If he didn't see Pony here, he would have been really kicking himself for not grabbing that.
I think it's smart to pass that up, especially
absolutely,
because
with
he would
his
have to
catch count.
replace that pony catch, with something else,
Yeah.
and it would probably be like a Tangler or something, since he said he's already planning on Magmar.
Yeah, I think the only thing that he can swap out at this point is he doesn't have Rattata Eradicate, and I think he's going to swap that for the Tentacruel line of catches.
Yeah, I would do that.
I will point out, it doesn't seem like Etiquette's actually planning on catching the Magmar at the moment. Not in his planned section.
Yeah, he should be on an even number of catches. He'll just Firestone the Vulpix to get him on an even number, and everything else should be
Oh, look, an Eevee.
be in pairs.
Yeah, he's ignoring the Eevee. As he should.
I wonder why.
I think I'm surrounded by a bunch of Pika runners at this point. so you guys say that as if you're in shock. Oh my god, he's avoiding the Eevee. I wonder why he's doing that. It's like because he's actually running Eevee at this point.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pika runners still avoid Eevee.
Yeah, we still
most
avoid
of the
Eevee.
time, but it's an option. It's honestly not a bad option if you've already picked up the Silver Razes. Because
It's better option than Tangela.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I don't think I've ever
That's
gone
great.
for Tangela because
No,
at least these top runners have taught me well enough that you should have your poke count good to go before you get to Tangela. That should not be your last second option. By the way, Rattata on the screen, we're going to see. Sorry, I'm
Avoided
cheating. I'm
it.
watching.
Yeah, avoided it.
But
It's just
you're
like-
gonna- you're gonna
avoided
wait
it
just a
and
second.
then went back. No,
Right
but-
there. There's
so-
the Rattata on the screen. So that's going to save Etiquette from having to get the Tentacles. So this should be a much easier catch for him. So this Pokemon Road turned into a little bit dicey at first, but he got the most out of it.
Yeah, this
I mean,
is
strong with the
very,
double
very
move.
good.
Would you just take Tentacool if you see it? Because how much worse is Tentacool than Coughing? Because Coughing also moves.
I would say it's a lot worse because you have to do Tentacool with a 1 controller catch instead of a 2 controller
Yeah.
catch, and
Yeah.
that multiplier makes a difference.
Like both of those, you're probably gonna want to berry, but I think even after the berry, the coughing's gonna be much more likely to not break out.
Yeah.
Neither of them are bad though. Like they're both perfectly fine options. As long as you're silver razzing the tentacle, that is.
Yeah, and he definitely picked up the silver razzes.
Silver razzes are a godsend. Like, I don't think we knew they were there for the longest time. I think it was only when people started really looking into AOP stuff
AOP. Yeah.
that we realized that there's 2 spawns of silver razzes here, and they're pretty good. Like, they make Tentacle a pretty free catch. They make Magmar a pretty easy catch. Not free, but pretty easy. It probably becomes the equivalent of, like, a Ponyta Doduo kind of catch. As far as the chances of it breaking out go. And it also, like, it doesn't make Tangela free, but it makes it a lot better if you need to go for Tangela, which you should try to avoid as much as possible.
Especially since that hidden bush is only 3 silver razzes, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do have to
And
use them a little wisely.
If you pick them up, it's not a bad idea to use one on Staryu as well, just because, you know, it's a 1 controller catch. It's usually not something that breaks out, but if you're low on Ultra Balls, like if you have just enough to get by, then it can be good to use a Silver Raz for Staryu as well.
You know, this
even-
run is making those extra Ultra Balls that Etiquette picked up look really valuable.
Did he pick up the hideout ones?
Yeah, he picked up that extra 5 hideout, and he had so many catches.
Yeah.
On this road, and he's still got 2 more to go.
Well, when you're as behind as he was on catches, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah.
need 8 catches or more in the late game, that's definitely good to go for. Your other option is just great balling some stuff, like T-Pat was saying, like a great ball of Psyduck or something, which isn't the worst option in the world, but
It depends if you want to go like safety over like more
yeah.
optimal stuff.
Yeah, it's like in my eyes, it's like better to try to great ball a Psyduck at the beginning of, you know, Cycling Road or Pokemon Road, rather than having to run out of Ultra Balls and now I have to throw Great Balls at this Tentacool.
Great. I don't know how bad coughing is, but Grimer is like an okay catch with Great Balls. It definitely breaks out a decent amount, but
And
like,
I think coughing's
it's a
about
doable
the
thing.
same. Yeah, I think
mean, if you have
coughing's about
Silver
the same
Raz-
catch rate.
I think coughing
Use
is
Silver
just
Raz.
yeah. Silver Raz with a Great Ball is pretty fine on Grimer.
Like here's the Staryu.
Yes. Alright, let's see.
It is 1062.
1060.
Okay,
Alright.
Not the worst we've seen today.
that's fine. We take those.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just to quickly cut in, like thank Sean Dio for put another $150 into the pot, so it's at $2,000 now.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's way much more than I think any of us ever. I mean, I thought it would just stay at 500, but I put that. in.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like,
anyone-
I mean, Jordan, you put that 500 in, and it's like, oh, that'll be a nice little pie. We're 4 times that much. Isn't that awesome?
So awesome. Like again, mine was like it's being blown by like how like well people have received it. It's like I obviously like Schulzo putting in that $1,000 very early on when the Matcherino page went up. Like, still everyone like even with like the little small knots chipping in, so appreciative, and I know all the runners. I really do appreciate it. It's all going to each runner individually. It's like and it's split up on the Matcherino page. You can see the percentage payout with like first getting $600 now.
Etiquette's done with catching, so
Yep, that
So
was
with
coffee
his,
catch, so
C
it's just
skin-
all. Yeah, it's just
with his
all
C
Starmie
skin-
from here. Oh, go ahead.
His D-skin split was about a minute and a half behind his world record.
yeah, we'll see the
Minute
what's the
20.
what was his Blaine time?
Oh, he's not there yet. He's still going through.
Yeah.
Oh, his world record Blaine time.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'll leave that to Aspect. He's probably got the splits
It's
pulled
a
up.
201.42.
How many?
How many
pokes?
Pokemon?
46.
Yeah, that sounds about right. My benchmark is just like a 202 flat with 46. That's like what I consider to be like a 301 base run, basically. Anything around there or lower.
Yeah, so probably close to that. And of course, you ask the Pokemon count because each Pokemon's about 30, 35 seconds around that range.
At this
is
point
what
of the
it
run,
takes
it's
to
like
get that.
25 to 30 because they're all evolutions.
Yeah, all evolutions at this point.
I think safe estimates for catches are like 35 to 40.
Yeah, even some of them are like 45, 50, honestly. Like Ghastly, or really?
I mean, sometimes Graveler can break
Yeah.
out so many times.
Well, not even accounting for the breakout, it's just like the cycles. Because like some Pokemon, you're gonna want to wait for them to attack, and like Graveler's one of them where it usually takes a second to attack. It's like you know it's gonna happen. You can't throw the ball before it happens, but you just gotta wait it out. Paris is another one. So like those can sometimes take like upwards of 50 seconds, honestly.
Okay, Etiquette's doing the new not Dodrio strats for Ted. 86, 80. Okay, 88, 85 at 45 for the Star U.
That's pretty good.
Special attack.
So yeah, that's plenty good special attack. I think the speed is pretty average, but good enough.
It's 85.
85 or 45. I think it's slightly better than yours.
That's right on the that's the same speed I had. 85 should be a speed tie with Ninetales, so he used third candy to outspeed it.
Yeah. I think he only 2 candies.
I think he's doing 2 plus 2.
I think he only has 2.
Yeah, he's
because
good.
Etiquette does the 2 and 2 strat.
I thought
it's
I saw
Etchy
him
that does the
use a
3
third.
and 1.
I think it's pretty much everyone else that does the 3 and 1 at this point.
Yeah, other than you and Etiquette, pretty much.
I do it.
You do it as well?
Well, I usually
You skipped
do
it this time though, or the last
I
time.
did,
Yeah.
I did skip it this run because sometimes if I get a Growlithe right away, I don't bother to run up there. Because really the biggest benefit of that strat to me is just giving Growlithe more time to spawn. Because it's so important for the Pika runs. So sometimes if I get one right away, I don't bother, but I usually get it.
So I double checked
Josh didn't get.
I double checked the stats at level 45 for Etiquette's Starmie, and it's 119 special attack, 113 speed. So it is a bit on the slow side.
Yeah, he'll have a speed tie with Ninetales, like I said, which might kill the run, but usually is fine. Depends on his defense, his special defense.
It's outsped by Rapidash, but not Ninetales.
Speed tied with
It's
Ninetales.
a speed tie, yeah.
Oh man, Jim Freak doing the inch forward Route 6 stretch. By the way, that Growlithe kind of got away. That Growlithe was all the way in Vermilion. way at the bottom. And Jayash is also on the same route. He'll be doing a couple catches before performing the Route 6 skip as well.
I hate when Pokemon are around me when I'm trying to do that skip. It's very...
Josh had one where it appeared like right in front of him as he's going down. He moved to the right, and I guess he was just like a few pixels like underneath the trainer vision, so he didn't hit. But it looked like super sketch.
And Etiquette, as I mentioned earlier today, had 2 Pokemon that were right in the middle that were south of the trainer vision, and it unsighted him, and he ended up missing the skip. And that was in a practice run a couple days ago.
That's one of the things that made me really mad earlier. I failed the trainer skip going up twice today. And never...
And usually that's the easier way to do it.
Never fail that going up. I think maybe in all of my Let's Go speedrunning combined, other than when I'm trying to do it on a Rapidash or something, I failed going up maybe 2 or 3 times total, and I did it twice today.
So Kerbis, is there like a pixel or 2 on the ground that you're aiming for when you're doing that Route 6 skip?
Sort of. I use the tiles in Vermilion at first, but there is sort of a spot on the ground, like where the trainers are looking, that I kind of go for. It's like I can't really describe it, but
yeah, there's like 2 slightly darker patches, and you try to aim right in the middle of them, but it's not like kind of perfect, so everyone's kind of eyeballing it. And now we have Etiquette on Blaine. And what do we say that that split was going to be? 201?
140 something.
42.
Yeah, and
So
just a point is that you said 46 pokes, so Etiquette is 1 poke behind on that PB, so it will at least get a small gauge as to where he's going to stand in this run, but it's still a pretty solid run overall.
So I'm not very surprised that a lot of people are still going like past the cutoff today, but I was surprised that a handful of people did it yesterday. Like Josh's run it started pretty much right at 11, right? Or right before 11 yesterday.
Yeah, like right at the cutoff.
I was surprised because like me specifically, I was trying really hard to make my last reset be at like 9:30 or so because I didn't want to go too late. So that I could get some good sleep before day 2. But
I mean, we're talking about Josh here.
he went for it. I respect it.
Anybody that knows Josh knows that he's just a naturally late streamer. So those are like prime gaming hours to get that last reset in before 11 p.m. Eastern time.
It's not so much the time of day for me because I typically tend to stream later at night like Josh does, but it's just like the sheer number of hours. It's like if you're starting a run at the end of the 12th hour, like going 15, that's a long time when you got to do 12 the next day.
Etiquette did get flamethrower burned on
that's unfortunate.
On the Magmar. Very unfortunate. And remember, he will be outsped by the Rapidash. Might be risking the speed tie. We'll see where that lies.
If I were him, I'd be going 2 controller here for.
Yeah, if he wants the safety, he'll do what Curvis did in Curvis's last run.
I think he has to actually because he's gonna die to burn damage.
As he just goes for the
he can't. Oh, this is the last Pokemon.
No.
Yeah, if he wins the speed tie,
he's gonna be. Well,
he's fine.
I think the Ninetales also has quick attack.
It's quick.
So this
yeah,
might
it
be
does.
just quick
You're
attack range.
Yep.
So yeah, this will be a Scald and Heal.
Yeah, this is what I had to do.
Did
I also got burned.
It didn't quick attack.
It doesn't always.
Interesting.
But he did win that speed tie, so that was just safe either way.
That's funny. That's literally exactly what happened in my last run there. I had a speed tie with the Ninetales and I got burned and was in range to die. I lost.
Same fight. Okay, so he's like a minute behind.
Yeah, a minute and change behind his world record pace, but still good enough to get him in range of improving to 3rd place if this pace does continue.
I have no idea how Etiquette's endgame was for his record, so I don't know if 3-turn Archer would like
plus any of the new optimizations that have been developed since that world record run. Because remember, this is almost 2 years ago that run was put down, and everybody's still putting in so much work to do these small time optimizations here or there. So perhaps
besides
shopping in Vermilion might be a difference versus that record run.
Shop's the only difference, right, for endgame though?
Yeah, most of the changes in the last year and a half or so in both versions have been the early game, like the Pika and Eevee sections, but the shopping has changed. It's hard to remember because it was so long ago. Like it's hard to remember what changed when. Yeah, his PB is almost 2 years old.
When does Etiquette do?
Etchy ditch Bill.
Nice.
A 41-31
Love it,
ditch
Etchy.
Bill for Etchy.
Oh,
Put
let's
that on the
go.
leaderboards.
Putting that on the leaderboards. We weren't even paying attention. Unlucky.
Sorry, I only have eyes for Pika runs.
Come on now.
Well, but we're paying attention to Etiquette though.
That's just because it's big.
Hey, well, you know, Etchy in one of his things used Pikachu, so it's a Pikachu run.
This is true. He does.
That's-
he
I
does
wanna
usually
do-
the 2-controller champ with Pika as the.
I really want to do a Pikachu alt main on Eevee version.
But,
Well, that'd
okay,
be
congrats,
funny.
Etchy, on on his runs this weekend. Currently, he is in the lead with the 3:02:34. But yeah, thanks for the runs, Etchy. I don't know if you want to hop in here too.
It's honestly looking like that time will hold, based on what I'm seeing. But the other three of them are pretty early on, so there's always a chance.
Yeah, that,
Etchy, if you
that
wanna hop
run
on.
this morning was aces. That was, I mean, to get not only an event PB, but a personal PB was certainly a big highlight early on today.
Yeah, and like, not just Etchy as well. If you look at yesterday with Jim Free getting personal, like a PB as well, and Cather News, the personal highlight for me yesterday, getting the 3:04:43 at 5 a.m. his time. Like, there's been some great runs from everyone throughout this entire event.
Would you say that Etchy has been your day 2 MVP between that early run that dropped into the 302s plus all the other attempts that he had later on?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say plus the digital run.
Plus the digital.
Oh yeah, I mean the meme included in all of that.
I'm gonna be a bit biased here. My personal highlight was Cyan finishing
Yeah.
this run. I was so hyped for Cyan. Like talking with him last night or like this morning even, sorry. And just like knowing how he felt about yesterday, and then I know he's still not too happy overall with how he's performed. But him getting to finish that run with a very solid run, just 3 seconds behind PB.
Yeah, with his like limited availability too.
Yeah, limited availability. The run almost dying with missing a 14, 16 on the Dragonite, but then surviving with Power of Love.
Oh, Power of Love prevails every time. It never ceases to amaze me how hype that is when you just live on one. That was Etiquette's first run of this event when he one-controllered the Rival 5 fight, and he also hung on via Power of Love. I mean, those moments have really stood out as memorable. But we call that efficiency when you only have to play for a couple hours, not all 24, and still be in the top 3 as it stands.
Oh no! Headstrong just walking into an optional.
Youngster thing, yeah.
Oh no, yeah. And that's the one even before the skip.
That's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know if Headstrong is gonna keep going on. Because to be fair, like with an optional with her time, it's
two Pokemon.
You still beat it.
I mean, there's no reason to stop really.
Yeah.
Unless she can't 304 anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim just had awful spawns on round 10.
Oh, yeah, only Spearows and Fearows for round 10.
I hate that so much. Like, nothing tilts me more than seeing 3 Fearows on the screen. I don't know why Fearows specifically makes me so mad, but it does.
Like
it's
even
horrible.
even more than Nidorino and Nidorina. It's just Fearow specifically.
Yeah, Fearow
So
specifically.
What's the idea between Surge's second?
I think it was just because of what they did to the shops.
So
how do you get into Saffron?
So you're asking the difference between why do Erica and Surge flip-flopped for Etiquette side. The idea there was that shopping in Vermilion on that last shop was faster than shopping in Saffron for that last shop, because the mart is closer to your path overall. They had been timing it because that last Pokemon that you pick up is the Porygon, which is in the bottom left of Saffron City. And obviously the gym is in the top right. And it was faster to get to the gym by going up and then to the right, instead of looping around through the bottom and going up and taking the mart there. And it came out to a couple seconds faster. So the shop was adjusted to shop in Vermilion for your last shop instead of Saffron. But not everybody does that. Etchy has gone back to the Saffron shop I'm not sure if it's a money reason or comfort.
Well,
but
shopping in Saffron.
At least that was the idea.
Shopping in Saffron, like the shop itself, is faster because you have more money, so you can buy extra items. Like you can buy 11 of items more often, to like buy them quicker. But there was like a change to the shop that made the Vermilion shop good, and then there was another change that I think just kind of obsoleted that.
So I believe what it was is that you don't sell Pokeballs or revives anymore.
Yeah.
Like we used to sell Pokeballs in the first Vermilion shop for Eevee side, and removing that by doing late Vermilion shop as well meant that you saved that time. That was pretty much the main time save, not selling Pokeballs. But Itchy's worked out how to do it without selling revives as well as no Pokeballs and doing late Saffron shop.
I believe he said that by delaying X speeds was the key to still being able to do the first Vermilion shop without selling the revives, and delaying that second shop until Saffron instead of having to go Vermilion again. Ooh, Etiquette a bit unsighted by the Raticate that jumped out from the grass almost in his path.
Yeah, that Raticate really wanted him to get off the Rapidash.
That kind of reminds me of what we call the Sniper Bellsprout, which is the first Bellsprout that can come out of the bush in Route 1 and jump directly in the path of you talking to the first trainer.
See, Oddish's moves so slow that it can't make it to the trainer in time.
What are you trying to say there, Joker? Are you trying to say that Pika's better than Eevee just because
No.
Oddish moves slower than Bellsprouts?
Hey, I came into this event saying I was gonna avoid all the Pika Eevee stuff, and then everyone else was just doing it, and I still haven't done really that
All right, very good. Then you and I can call a truce over this.
That was just an observation, just because.
Okay.
Oddish is
No,
slow.
that's a great observation. it probably makes the
I mean, it makes
what am
no
I trying to
difference.
say? It's probably the only
Because-
reason why I would bring that up and no one else in this call.
Because
Because I'm the only one that's run into this Bellsprout that's just.
Well, I mean,
sniping me
Curvis
from the
ran
bush.
Eevee a decent amount. Because Curvis did get that 305.
I have not run Eevee a decent amount. I've barely touched Eevee.
How many attempts for the 305? I thought it was like decent.
I can check. It might be more than I'm remembering. Let's see. I have 9 completed runs and 54 attempts of Eevee.
Okay, not that many then, comparatively,
Yeah,
right?
not very.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to my 500 attempts of Pika, yeah,
Yeah.
not very many. 37 completed runs, 495 attempts on Pika. Eevee has there's been like 2 times that I played Eevee, and both of them were like when I was fresh off of a Pika grind, and I just wanted like to get a run that was moderately close to my Pika time.
Yeah. So Josh does not have Nidoran female, and that's fine. Just gonna leave without it.
And Jim Freak,
No Nido Queen.
have you been?
Jim Freak got. I don't know. I think Jim Freak got everything.
Oh, it looked
I
like Jim
wanna
Freak
say-
reset the route. I just noticed that. I was wondering why she was going back up.
Yeah.
But okay, so Jim Freak's time isn't too bad hitting Rock Tunnel. I think Jash is lagging behind a bit more. But he does.
Jim-
He does have the Nido.
Jim's time is really good, actually.
Yeah.
24-105 enter. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. My PB is 27.
Oh,
107.
Etiquette hit an optional, and the run is.
The run's still going. Okay.
An optional on Silphco? Where?
What did he hit?
Oh no! Etiquette hit. Who is that?
Switched to Jim. Wait, what did Etiquette?
Did he go to the wrong floor?
What?
I missed
Went to
it.
floor
I've done
7.
that. I've done
Went to
that
floor
Oh
recently.
no!
Oh,
I've
Because
the
you're
done that
supposed to go to
recently.
you're supposed to go to floor 7 late
Honestly?
in the after defeating Giovanni.
I've come
Oh,
so
that
close to
is
doing
a
that
really
so many
unfortunate
times.
way to end.
That's honestly like after 24 hours of running this weekend, like that's a completely reasonable mistake to make. Like
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, though.
Well, everyone,
Well, let's give
congrats to
congratulations to Etiquette for his runs over the past 2 days. Obviously, a lot of Let's Go. He had a 304.40 something on day 1, 304.05 today. And yeah, this is you. I mean, while this is prime J-Ash streaming hours, this isn't exactly prime Etiquette streaming hours. He's more of an early morning guy, so we can definitely forgive him for that. Well done to Etiquette, standing in 4th place as of right now.
Etiquette, if you want to join us, just let us know. Since you just
Hopefully it's not too late to wake up Jess. Though it sounded from yesterday that Jess was actually doing all of the typing in chats for Etiquette, and we were all wondering how he was playing so fast and typing in Twitch chat so efficiently, and it was like, oh, this is just typing, and it's like, oh, got the tag team for sure.
Okay, so
Yes.
low key, I think like you might think that having us like do runs just like by ourselves without our mic turned on or anything would make us more focused, but I think it makes me less focused because I'm so bent on interacting with this chat. And interacting with chat when you don't have a mic is a lot harder.
Oh no, Josh's run
Interesting.
might get destroyed by bad weather. Jordan, you can pull in.
Inclement weather.
Oh, good thing we
in
might have a
Etiquette.
meteorologist in call that could help him out with any bad weather. I'll get on that in a little
Yeah.
bit, but right now we do welcome in Etiquette after that run. And Etiquette, first of all, like, congratulations, like, well done on all of the entertainment and content, if nothing else, over the past 2 days. I mean, how are you feeling even as at this hour on a Sunday night?
I would feel a lot worse if my stretch from like C skim to where I was a little bit better. I think I was basically playing for, I don't even know if I would have moved up a spot. I was playing to make it harder for J-Ash to bot me, I think is basically what I was doing.
Yeah. That's a good point. But between your runs, I mean, a couple 304s. We know we've seen you do some better pace runs. Was there anything between any of those top runs that you had today that really stood out as memorable, if nothing else? I mean, for me, I thought the Kangaskhan catch was pretty hype at that moment.
Yeah, the Kangaskhan catch, and the funny thing about it was completely necessary. Like, it wasn't necessary. It like removed Magmar or something, but I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it, and it just got in first ball, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
And then I had the spinner spin faster than I've ever had him spin before. The one after the Kadabra Girl. Like, he was facing to the left or to the right, and so I was
and
like,
he
I
spun
got
a
plenty
full
of time.
180. Yeah.
And he did the full 180 before I got there. But no, I think in terms of runs that finished, the last run I had, I was like a minute ahead of my PB leaving hideout.
And that's
Which-
impressive because
That's
we know how
crazy.
good your hideout is in your
Yeah.
world record.
I may be misremembering. It may have been a minute ahead going into hideout and like 40 seconds ahead coming out. But either way, it was
That's still really,
really
good.
good pace. I forgot to swap Eevee back to the front after doing Graveler strats, which wasted a little bit of time on that first fight. And then Ghastly broke out of the first ball because I just missed the circle. And those two combined with the fact that my tower is also really good on my PB because of the 2-turn Jesse and James fight, I lost something like a minute 20 in tower alone, and then Psyduck broke out on C-Skim, and then just from then on, I was just mad at the run. Like, I don't know, there are probably people in the main chat that were in my chat after that run. I was just absolutely beside myself with how frustrated I was at that.
And that's something that I've kind of mentioned because we've seen a few other of the runners that have had small mistakes, like, oh, I messed up the Route 6 skip, or or made a small mistake, like for example, like forgetting to swap Eevee back, and they keep powering through. I mean, how much of a mental struggle is that when you're comparing against splits that are so fast, and you see that first split go red, and it's just, it almost feels like a snowball effect, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Like I've become so familiar. I'm a unique case. I guess Headstrong's actually in a similar boat. My PB is so long ago. It's gonna be 2 years in September. So, like, almost 2 years old. And so, like, I haven't watched it in full in such a long time. And so, like, I remember bits and pieces of the run. And it made running against running against my PB wasn't too bad, basically, when I was first picking up the game again this year. But ever since then, I've just come so familiar with, like, how good some of those sections are. Like, one of the things that you may not think saves time, but really does, I caught Rapidash and not Ponyta on my PB, which means C-Skim, I didn't have to candy. So, like, I
Rapidash.
lose time every single run because I have to candy the stupid Ponyta. Except I caught Rapidash yesterday, I think, but yeah, like, there's little things like that. It's so frustrating. And like you said, like the hideout section and tower, if I'm not 30 plus seconds ahead coming out of Rock Tunnel, this run's bad, basically. And I tried running against, once I set the first run yesterday, once I set my first run, I basically changed my splits to that just to try and remove some of the mental strain. And it kind of worked for the next run because I finished like immediately after the first one. But yeah, and then I started to switch back because everyone was starting to get really good times, like Etchy with the 302, which is incredible. Jim got the 303 and then got a better 303. So I was like, I have to start comparing against my PB if I want to win. And I just couldn't get through there.
It's honestly, this game is, even to get a 304 is pretty hard.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's not like the craziest time in the world, but if you're given like a limited amount of time, getting a 304 is hard, which is why I'm pretty surprised, honestly, that 7 people have done it this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't expecting that. I was definitely expecting at least one person to get like a 303 or 302, but I wasn't expecting everyone to get such good times. It's really been awesome to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It was... Yeah, like I set that 305 at the very start. I'm like, all right, this might be good enough to get me 4th place.
Right?
If I just have this till the end of the event, and then everyone just comes out with these amazing times. And like I think it's between Kerbis's current time, between your current time and my time before my 30405, there were like 5 different runs in the span of like 20 seconds because I had a 304.46, Catternese with the 43, Jash had a 42 and then got a 46 or a 36, and yeah, it's crazy how close everybody actually is.
I think like, when you take everyone that participated, like, I really do think we're all very close in skill level. So it's nice that the times we got kind of showed that. Because it could have very easily gone a lot worse for a handful of people, and they just wind up with bad times, and everyone thinks they suck. But
I was so worried for Saiyan.
Yeah.
Until they finally finished that run, and then like getting crit on Lance and living on 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And missing the 14 and 16 to begin with, and yeah, Power of Love wins. I think that might be the theme of the day today. I mean, you had that yesterday in that first 304 run, and Power of Love just seems to control this game.
I think Jim had it on her 30302, I think, if I recall, on Champ. I could be wrong.
On Champ after a crit.
Yeah. So, Power of Love, MVP.
Gosh, please don't hit this spinner when you come back around.
Yeah.
I had to go around that spinner, which is fine.
Yeah.
He should be fine because after our encounter, spinners are usually stuck for a few seconds. Like, they go back to the start of their spin cycle.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is sometimes when they're like halfway through their spin, they'll go back.
Yeah,
And
they'll go
then-
back to
Yeah.
facing the way that was blocking you.
That's
Yeah,
always fun.
yeah, hate that.
Headstrong
Wow,
is
it's
now on
51-inch
10.
tower.
By the way, Jim Freak's pace, 33 pokes at a
This is
116,
insane.
17, and that's
She's about-
with an optional.
Yeah.
That is a
she
really
had an
insane
optional?
pace.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Headstrong's
yeah,
an
no
optional.
way.
or was that Headstrong's optional?
No,
Headstrong,
Headstrong.
that was
Headstrong.
Headstrong,
Headstrong.
yeah.
get an
Headstrong
option.
had the
Okay.
optional.
So
Okay.
this isn't the optional run.
I was gonna
No,
say, what
this-
optional?
Still
This
a really good
time,
time.
this time's really good. This is like low 301 pace.
Yeah, this is currently 301.
This is actually playing out similar to yesterday at the end, where Jim Freak was on a low 301 pace run.
That would be interesting if Jim pulls out a last second run both days to take first place. That'd be crazy.
Let's put
Yeah.
etiquette
Yeah.
on the spot. Does this do it? Does this get into the 301s?
He wants to say
No,
no.
I'm professionally stalling for a quick second.
Yeah.
Every
No!
bit,
She doesn't-
every
All right. I wanted to see if she had the actual like dex counter on the screen. It just has the number. I wanted to
Oh,
see what
yeah.
what she still needed. It could. There's so much crap that
I-
can just happen from here.
every bit of logic tells us to say no because
So Jim caught Raticate on Route 10. I caught both Needles, I'm pretty sure, Spearow, and I think the Krabby. I think.
I mean, having 33 is a pretty decent sign coming out of Rock
Yeah.
Tunnel.
And Jash's pace is all right, 117.20 with 32 pokes. So that's
still-
lagging a little behind, but that makes Jim Freak's run
Still
look
pretty
a
good.
lot better.
Josh is still on a 302 pace run for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Headstrong caught Spearow, and then both Nidorans on 10.
So if all of you in call don't mind, I do have a weather update for
For Josh?
Jash's area, and
Make
I
sure
think
you
you
don't
might
dox
want to
him,
hear
please.
this.
Don't
Yeah, I
dox
won't.
him.
I actually don't know exactly where he lives, but there are 2 tornado warnings in the Chicago metro area. So just just be careful. out there,
Stay
buddy.
safe, Josh. Yeah, stay
Please
safe.
stay
If
safe.
you
But if
Have to-
if his stream cuts out for whatever reason, there is a lot of severe weather in that region.
Yeah, I've noticed it'd be like a bit choppy in sections.
so, someone might not be going to a bar. Hope she says safe too.
Yeah, hopefully everyone stays safe in that.
And
area.
and if anybody actually needs like a more personalized forecast, you can DM me on Discord. Like that is totally fair game for everybody out there.
Even for the UK.
Josh's Pika just died.
I can
Yeah,
give you my
Josh
best
Pika
effort
died.
for the UK.
Oh,
Wait, what happened?
Pika
He
died.
didn't heal.
So, oh, did it get quick attack?
Distracted.
Yeah,
I got distracted.
quick attack.
Oh no.
Okay. Well,
2-player layout, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just setting it up. I'm setting it
Yeah,
up.
we're
don't
just
worry.
down to 2.
yeah. Congrats, Josh, on the 304.36 you got, and everyone. Yeah, let's give him GGs. So, Josh, if you want to jump in with everyone
yeah,
else,
I can actually jump
you
out
can.
and make it less crowded. So, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, thank you, Etiquette. Again,
I just-
congratulations today.
Yeah, and I just want to say a big thanks to like everybody for for putting on the event, all the runners for coming out and putting up like 24 plus hours is incredible. Everybody watching, and especially to Jordan who basically put this whole thing together. I probably wasn't the only one who mentioned it, but this was like something I mentioned on my stream one day, and we just sort of ran with it. And Jordan
Yeah.
put in a ton of work, and this really wouldn't be the event that it is without that work. So I definitely want to, big thank you to him and to everybody else. And with that, I am off. Thank you guys for watching. Good night.
good night,
Alright,
Etiquette.
good
Thanks
night.
for
Good
doing
night.
this.
Night.
GG.
Thank you. Thank you for taking part.
Yeah, Josh said he can't join right now. Understandable, but yeah.
Well,
GG's,
stay safe,
Josh.
buddy. We want you to stay safe. That is important as well. But yeah, 2 more runs left to go, and it's Jim Freak's run that is looking bit spicy, bit hype. Is it a little too early to say that, or is that totally fair given the
No,
current
get
pace?
attached now.
Nope,
We
no,
get
you
attached
can't.
now.
You
It's
don't.
too early.
Can't
If
get
okay,
hyped
We're
until
pre-Archer.
Archer.
We can't. We
We're
can't.
Name
do
is
it.
pre-Archer.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
okay
I
to
get-
it's
I
okay to
I-
point it out, but you can't get attached. You just can't.
Yeah.
And we absolutely, no matter how good the run is, cannot give it a name. Because we
It is
know what
called
happened
Barrier.
the last time that we named a run and got attached and was quite disappointed. And
Wait, her
there might be a
33
certain
didn't
individual
even
that just left us and said goodbye that was like, please don't name this run.
And then
No,
I
don't be
named the run.
attached, Etiquette. Don't. Be hyped, but don't be attached.
her
What were you saying?
Who
33
do you think named
catches
that last
didn't-
run, T-Pat? Who do
Her
you think named
33
it?
catches didn't
I
include.
know
Jigglypuff.
exactly who named it. And I won't name who named it because that's not what we do in these runs. We don't name the runs and we don't name the names who named the run.
No aspect. What are you saying?
Her 33 catches didn't include Jiggly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Just
too
copy
surprised by
people.
that.
Is it just me or did I just see Jim Freak run past the Celadon Center, which is usually where you get
No, it's Pika.
And it's Pika.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Pika. Pika's later.
Pika's
I
like,
mean,
okay.
I still do it earlier, but you can do it either. It doesn't matter too much. The only thing about doing it later is you're wasting lore steps, but that's usually fine.
So you would do it right before Route 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it-
I do. That's what I do.
Other than the lore steps, it doesn't make a difference.
Gotcha.
Well,
It's
some
fine.
also sometimes you're not even luring though if you get lucky with Ghastly. Like I don't lure. Maybe that's wrong.
For-
I think that's
No,
wrong. I
I-
think May and I were like, really?
No. I never lure for Ghastly, but you still lure after tower when you fly back.
Oh yeah, never mind.
So you're
I take
always
that back.
you're always
Yeah, you're
luring
wasting
when you
more
go to that
steps.
center.
Yeah, but yeah, not a big deal though.
Yeah, as long as you have
Especially
lure.
because Jim canceled lore pretty early. I'm pretty sure.
in Rock Tunnel.
So yeah, so it has like lores to spare.
Yeah, she did cancel early. She had everything from pretty much the first couple of rooms.
So for the uninitiated Eevee runners like myself, how does Hideout go for Pikachu? Is this where Nidoking really shines? Is this the reason why you pick up
in
the
some
Nidoran
ways,
on Route 10?
for the most part, yeah. Hideout's really volatile, so there's a chance that both Nidoking and Pikachu, if they have really high attack, they have a chance to one-shot that Hypno, but it doesn't happen very often. So it's one of those situations where you wind up with like a really good gold where it did happen, and then you're always losing time here, basically. That's what it feels like, anyways. And then also, just like the Jesse and James fight.
This fight right here though that Jim's about to do, you know, it'd be nice if you could just one-shot these pokes with the Nidoking, but that doesn't happen like ever.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
with this
and it-
fight, if
doesn't
you have
happen
low
in Eevee
attack,
either.
you have when you buy an X attack for this fight, you usually don't have to use it, but if you're really low attack, it can turn into a 4-turn fight if you don't use it. So
Crit!
it's honestly just a lot of.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Jim's Nido has very good attack. She got the one shot on the Hypno with poison.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but usually does.
Didn't even get hit. What's his attack? Let's see. Doesn't matter now, but oh,
Probably
Yeah,
70
it's-
something.
81 at 28 is
81. That's really. That might be 31 IB.
yeah. That I think might be the highest I've seen.
I've seen 81 before.
Is-
I don't think I've seen
could-
higher.
Could that be plus attack nature?
Yeah, no,
It
it's
has
definitely
to
plus
be.
attack.
It's definitely plus. It's definitely plus attack.
Definitely plus
Oh.
attack, possibly max IB.
Yeah.
Because you need plus attack or like a really high IV to even hit the 70s at 28.
So hopefully this high level Jiggly doesn't cause Ekans Arbok to
Oh,
attack Pikachu.
yeah, that can be a problem.
The minimize is also a problem. Hit through it, so we're fine.
Nice.
So it does seem that hideout is so volatile, no matter what version you're running.
Yeah.
Because even on the Eevee side, it's like now you're kind of playing around these like your special attack stats for
Honestly,
those glitzy glows, and
Well,
sometimes it's just not that good.
I personally think Pika Hideout is more consistent.
More
um,
consistent or inconsistent?
more consistent than Eevee.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
Like, you know, you like Kirby said, you can one shot the Hypno, but like most of the time you're just gonna 2-turn it and like 3-turn that Rocket Fight and stuff. So like it's a lot more consistent. Like obviously if you get like God Hideout, it's hard to run against, but like that's not super common.